Hello everybody and welcome to Plagwas Plays Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories. I'm so happy to be finally doing this. I've been wanting to record my own playthrough for so long and I'm finally doing it. So, if you know me, you know that I'm the self-proclaimed Chain of Memories expert, and in this playthrough I want to put my abilities to the test and actually see if I'm worthy of calling myself an expert. And I'm gonna do this by making this playthrough a no HP upgrade challenge. So, well, it's basically as simple as that. Let me explain the rules real quick. No HP upgrades. That's basically the rules. Okay, so before I get into the game, let me give one small disclaimer, or kind of a big disclaimer if you think about it, depending on your situation. I will be spoiling basically all of Kingdom Hearts. I'll just be casually mentioning things that happen later on in the series, which for now is up until Melody of Memory. So if you're not familiar with the story, or if you don't want to be spoiled on it, please watch with caution, or maybe skip this one. Alright, let's start a new game. We're gonna start with a cutscene, which, like all cutscenes in this game, is unvoiced. So I'm gonna have a nice job of voicing many different characters, and I'm not very good at that, so we'll see how things go. Also, this game is for the Game Boy Advance, so the graphics are not really good. Specifically in this cutscene, there are a lot of pixels, just understandable. Ahead lies something you need. But to claim it, you must lose something dear. And there we have it. Looks like nobody's home. You sure we should just barge in like this? We have to if we're gonna find the king. The king? King Mickey's here? Maybe. Maybe not. Something told me he'd be here. That's all. Really? But now that you mention it, I was thinking the same thing. Are you serious? So was I. One look at this castle, and I just knew. They're here. Well, what do you know? Great minds think alike, I guess. Guess again. This can't be mere coincidence. Why, Jiminy? Don't tell me that. I felt it too. Gosh, maybe it's contagious. Or maybe something funny's going on. I think we should check it out. Okay. Hey, where are you going? To check it out. What's the matter? Scared? Don't be ridiculous. Come on, Goofy. Okay, but we should shut the door behind us. because Goofy has priorities. Sora! Who is that? Alright, so this mysterious figure is confirmed to be Marluxia in the Chain of Memories. Like, they make it really obvious, and of course that actually has voice acting, so it's Marluxia, but I never felt like it was him. I don't know why, I guess it just didn't fit for me. So at first I thought it was Diz, because he's also the one that leads Riku to this castle and everything. So I thought, oh, you know, he's the one that also talks to Sora in the beginning. But now I have this different theory that it's actually Luxord or Luxord, because like he's the one that gives Sora cards, and he keeps on talking about the cards, like he's really excited about it. So I don't know, I've always, well, not always, but I consider this to be Luxord. That's just my headcanon. So actually I feel like this should be a rule. Mysterious man is Luxord. Rule 2 of the playthrough. So yeah, who's that? You might wonder, Sora. It's Marluxia. Luxord. It must be a Heartless. Let's see how it handles my magic. Thunder! Huh? That's odd. Thunder! Thunder! Fire! Blizzard? I don't get it. Why isn't my magic working? I should think it's obvious. The moment you set foot in this castle, you forgot every spell and ability you knew. Yes, obvious. Though the forgetting does not end there. In this place, to find is to lose, and to lose is to find. That is the way of things in Castle Oblivion. Castle Oblivion? Yes. Here you will meet people you know, people you miss. Look, there's no one. Riku! You mean Riku? He is here! Do you want to find him? If you do, what did you do? I sampled your memories, and from them I made this. Seriously, you're telling me like Marluxia can just make cards like that? I don't believe it, because cards are Luxord's thing. This is the key to reuniting with those you hold dear. What is this? A card? A promise. Use that card and press on. You will find your friend. So like, you know how Luxord gives Sora that card in Kingdom Hearts 3? I'm just saying. Hold the card before you. The door will open, and beyond it, a new world. Like this? Yes. Go, Sora. To lose and claim anew, or to claim anew only to lose. So he also really talks in riddles and is very fake, which, I don't know, that's just Organization 13, but it also fits Luxord. Come on guys, let's go. Can you tell that I like Luxord? Wait, this can't be right. We're in Traverse Town. It isn't reality that you see. This town is an illusion, conceived by your memories, ingrained in that card. My memories? Forget about that, Sora. We're 2 heads short. Donald? Goofy? Guys, where are you? What did you do with them? They are at the mercy of the cards now, Luxord. Master the cards, and their strength will be yours again. So this episode, and basically the entirety of Traverse Town, is really just one big tutorial. So please bear with me. It's gonna be a lot of talking. The laws of this castle require that your friends be transformed into cards. So basically he's saying your friends have to be cards. You know, so Donald and Goofy are cards. But then Jiminy is not a card. And since it's a law, you know, it just happens. It has to happen. So the only logical conclusion is that Jiminy is not a friend. Just want everyone to know that, you know? Jiminy is not a friend. If you value your friends, you will pick them up without fail. This part is going to be really boring because it's just all going to be about how the card system works. I'm going to skip through it a little bit. Cards are the hearts of your friends. It's logical. So you know how he also mentioned like that the friend he turned our friends into cards basically. When you think about it, that's also what Luxord does, right? Because like he trapped Mickey in the card once. Mickey is a friend. I promise I'm only gonna talk about Luxord in this episode. It's just this dude, you know. This reminds me of Luxord. I still have a lot of trouble with like pronouncing his name correctly. Because I believe before Kingdom Hearts 3 they never said his name out loud, so we all just assumed that it was Luxord, but no, it's Luxord. I'm really jumping through this tutorial quite quickly because it's not very interesting, and I'm gonna be explaining a lot about the whole system later on anyway, so... Are you two alright? Where have you been? You tell us. When you opened the door, there was this weird light. And the rest is a big blank. Well, try to remember what happened. I need to keep my journal up to date. Because otherwise, we can't have Kingdom Hearts recoded. Very important. Hey, wait a second. Donald, where'd you get the new duds? You too, Goofy. Somebody's been messing with our clothes. The cards again. That is for you to ponder. Master the cards and make your way through the castle. From here on, you walk alone. You mean we can't go with him? That's not fair. Yeah, Sora can't do anything without our help. Thanks a lot, Donald. You sure you'll be okay? Of course. You want me to go alone? Fine. I can take care of myself. The hero speaks boldly. Go then. The rest of Castle Oblivion awaits. Walk the avenues of latent memory, and you shall meet someone dear to you. I have a really bad feeling about this. Relax, Jiminy. I'm ready for any tricks he's got up his sleeve. How hard can it be to figure out these cards? Famous last words. All I have to do is use one in front of that door over there. You know, Sora has a point. That's basically all you have to do in this game. You just grab a cards. So I think the one thing about this game is a lot of people complain about their card system being so complex and everything. I think they're really bad at like properly explaining everything and then doing it at the right time too. It's like they just explained a lot of things in that battle that we can't actually do yet, like use enemy cards. Like we don't have any yet, we can't use it yet. And then in battle they explain some things way too late and some things they just explain all the way back there with the mysterious figure, where I'm like, I don't know, maybe they should have yeah, I don't know, done it later on maybe, or more like in parts, but then yeah, I don't know, it's it's hard to explain. But they also like say a lot of things like, okay, do this to do that, do this to do that. They don't really do a good job in sort of easing their way into it. I'm bad at explaining things, sorry for that. Alright, so for now, really these first battles are really simple. But we leveled up, that's nice. So remember the rules, no HP boosts, so we are stuck with 80 HP, which for now is honestly fine, but for some boss battles later, it might get tough. Then one of the bonuses we can pick is a CP boost, card point boost. It basically means, how do I say this? The higher your CP is, the more cards you can have, but also stronger cards you can have. So every card has a value, and the higher the value is, the stronger it usually is. Yeah, that's basically it. And then we have bonus C, which is slides? Slades? I never know how to pronounce it. I've always said slides though, so I'll just say slides. It's basically a combo. I think the ones you get from leveling up are pretty weak, but you need them to get some stronger ones later on, I believe. I'm actually not sure, but whenever I can get a new one, I'm just gonna get one. See, one thing you see with these enemies is they already have like card values of 4, which means sometimes my attacks are gonna be blocked by them. And that's pretty annoying. What I tend to do is, when upgrading my deck, I basically have this rule that anything below 9 is worthless. So I aim to have a deck of only 9 cards. So that way none of the enemies will ever break any of my cards. So shadows are of course weak, so they only have 1, so they're easy to handle, but later enemies have really high values. I think even of like 8 and 9, so. But we're gonna work on the deck later. Right now we don't have a lot of cards yet, and there's no real use in doing it right now. Oops. And we leveled up again, and as you can see we don't have a slide this time, so we're just gonna go with hard points. They're always nice to have. The worst part of this game is when you actually have really good cards but you can't equip them. So these red dots are Moogle points. Later on in the game, some of the rooms, like we're gonna get a card for a Moogle room. In those rooms you can spend your Moogle points to buy new cards, and they're really your main way of getting new cards, so they're really useful later on. Or whenever I see movable points, I will pick them up. All my cards are getting broken. So as you can see, I'm not actually using Donald and Goofy that often yet. That's because the enemies we're facing right now are pretty weak, so I say as I get hit twice. So there's not a lot of point in using them yet. And also what you want to do is mainly save them up so you can use their slides, because they are way stronger than their usual attacks. So, and like this Goofy is of course 1, so he's just gonna get broken. This is pretty nice, we're almost leveling up again. Okay, now let's use the Donald. Okay, so that was actually good. He used fire and thunder. These enemies are immune to blizzard and other ice attacks. So, of course, Donald, being useless like he is, he's not going to take that into account. So, he'll often just use blizzard on them, and that restores their health, which is kind of annoying. Or he'll heal you, of course, when you're on full HP. Classic Donald move. This is... I wish this was more interesting, but like for now this is really just doing some battles. And that's basically all we can do now, and slowly make our way to... Let's check out the map. To this actually, which is the first cutscene we're gonna get. Which... This is the first one. And then this is the second one, and this is the third one. Or those two are skipped, maybe. Or skipped, switched. So this could be 3. Like, you don't always encounter the cutscenes in order. But you can't do the third cutscene without first doing the second, without first doing the first. That's kind of how it works. I think I'm gonna end things over here for this first tutorial episode. Bad news, in the next episode we'll have some more tutorials over here. But then I think we should be done with the tutorial section of the game. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clear out all these rooms here, which will probably level me up a little bit. Might get some new cards if I'm lucky. So next episode we should be able to do the cutscenes, and then hopefully get far enough in that we can actually go to our second world. So for now, I'm gonna say goodbye. I hope you enjoyed the episode. I'm still really new to this YouTube thing, so I can probably improve a lot. If you do have tips or feedback or whatever, feel free to leave a comment, and I hope to see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye. This time I'm actually gonna save the game.